Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Ancient's Place. So it's time for another Dark Knights of Steel from Maxim Studios, and it's none other than the Batman. Let's start first with somehow a little bit of comparison also between Kal-El and the Batman. I would say I at first I really like the Kal-El, especially because I think I already saw a picture of Kal-El where without the armor, and I was super excited with that one. I was hoping that it would be shown in Singapore Comic Con, but it didn't, so that's why I'm really like rushing to get my hands on it in the galleries, which I did, which I already had a video, so do check that out as well. And for this one, the first thing I saw was like it's like an armored Batman, a medieval knight kind of Batman, quite armory. When I first saw it, I was not really a fan of it, but then when I checked some photos in XM Studios, there was like the cowled version where it's just a scowl where there's no something like a helmet or something. That one, and I got interested, so the same thing. I went to the XM Studio gallery and then check it out. There's actually a lot of switch outs. So I think there's how do I say it? For the Kal-El, it's like the entire body you change it, the upper body. And which I also mentioned this in that video regarding the plates where you can just switch out and then it become like a regular pants. That is pretty awesome. It doesn't have that for this Batman. What it does actually are switch out of different types of armor. There's one regular medieval looking. It's not too pointy, but there's also the Gothic one, which is pretty cool, which I loved. Paired with like those regular head Batman with a cowl, not that medieval helmet kind of stuff. That is awesome. And then there's also a switch out of the pose where this is holding a hand, a hand with holding the sword upright, and then there's one that he put it in the ground. That's the only pose change for this piece compared to Superman, where there's really like a change in the armor. He's holding something, that kind of stuff. It's not with a Batman, but there's a lot of, I would say, combination of the pose switch outs and also the type of metal plates or armor that Batman has. Let's go deep dive on this piece. Let's start with the base as always. The base, again, I'm really liking this new XM pieces because their base are, for me, are quite good. It makes you collect more because the real estate is pretty awesome. I think this base is more like in a castle, like in some kind of like corner of a castle or something. You can actually see that. It is actually pretty awesome. There's a Batman logo or sign in front. And it's getting darker. I love how weathered it is, broken it is, and then the Batman is actually, the Batman symbol is actually in that kind of shield. Awesome. and there's some kind of columns that underneath of it as well, so which is actually pretty awesome. I love that. I just love the look of it. And yeah, basic base, some weathering texture and everything. So when we go up to the feet, there's the details there. So the same as the Kal-El, there's this switch outs of the feet. So there's one in front that you can switch out. There's also, I think, one at the back plate near the calves, and then also there's something as well at the back. So there's like an armor itself, like really covering it. The Gothic one is awesome. I just love that. I really do. I kind of like the aesthetics of it, especially hit with light. It's really awesome. And then there's also the pants, the creases there. I do love that. There's also like the chainmail. If you really go up, chainmail near the thighs. Awesome. The details there is spectacular. There's like really tiny textures there, which I love. And then underneath that, there's also like a, I do not know, like a coat or something, that one. And then there's another part there where it's just like a pants. Really awesome. Costumes as well, design. I really love that. So as we go up a bit more further, the details are coming along very nicely, where there is already the chest part, and this is also like changeable, where you can change it with the less Gothic one. That, and then I just love how the layers of the armor is going along. I just love that. I kind of like this kind of stuff. That's why when I was actually in the gallery, I really started to like this piece, because there's somehow like a different shades of gray. On this one, the silver, really nice. The texture, really awesome. There is one thing though for the switch outs. When we go to the hands, actually there's that also in the feet, but mostly in the hands, where when you switch it out, since you're able to switch out the different plates of the armor, so there are some plates that's really like hugging, or like it has this kind of design, and it's really somehow like hugging the part of Batman. That one, I kind of feel, I do not know if it's too much that it's hugging it, that it can cause a scratching. The same also with the Kal-El, but this one, since there's a lot, like you can really change a lot of the armor with the regular armor onto the Gothic looking armor. You can change that, but it has some parts that is hugging it, hugging the piece itself. That's why I actually did not do so much switch outs, because I'm kind of scared. There was even some part or some armor where I'm having a hard time putting it in. So to go to the hands, the right hand, as I mentioned, is the switch out. This one, it's more or less the same though. It's doing like this, but I still prefer the one holding it like there's a sword there, compared to the one holding the sword upright, because with my favorite, which is with the cowl, it kind of looks weird, to be honest, and I kind of didn't like that. I wasn't really digging that, but with the sword having like going down, that one is awesome. And I ended up doing so many photos of that, which I really love. Like it just looks so good, and the way the Batman actually is like doing like this, it looks pretty awesome. Wasn't too fan with the helmeted version, because you cannot see where he's looking at. That's the thing. So let me talk about the cape, because this is Batman, of course. Cape matters. It does have a good detail, good texture, and all of that. The color itself, there's like dark blue and some shades of blue and black. I love that, but I kind of don't understand where it's going at. I cannot figure out if it's like swirling or flipping, or I don't know. But it does, that would have been okay if it does look that good, but it's not. It just does not for me scream like it's natural or anything, because he's holding one and it's draping, and then the other side is actually flowing somewhere. So that's the part where I guess in some angles you can actually notice that, but I don't know. Like I said, I just wasn't feeling the cape. I think I mentioned it so many times. I love the one with the cowl. It just looks awesome. There's some kind of rivets with just with the designs as well. This is very gothic, and I love that. I love how it's like the design in this part of his cowl. I do love that. I do like also how his head is tilted, and then I guess I like also the expression where he's very stoic or something. I don't mind that. I do not know if that can still be improved, but I do prefer this compared to the. And then there's actually some kind of like weathering or damage in this part. Check that out. It looks pretty awesome. The details are really good. There you go. Those are my thoughts, my first impressions of this piece. Some close-up photos, videos as well. Not too much in the photos though. I'm sorry for that one. But either way, I hope you learned something. I hope you get some information out of this one. And as always, if you like the video, click the thumbs up and help me share with everyone. Leave your comments down below if you have some questions. Give me a PM in my social media, Facebook or Instagram, or even in YouTube. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, help me grow by subscribing to NCHANZPLACE, and see you in the next video.